For figure 4.1, cylinder A is first in a rest position as the 5-2-way actuator valve is being blocked from reaching the cylinder A. Next, when the simulation is in a run mode, there are air pressure inside the cylinder, but somehow the valve does not allow the air flow through it. Therefore, the airflow running only from the compressor straight to the valve. The function of spring is to allow the compressed airflow to fully retract the cylinder. Then, when PB1 is pressed, the actuator changes place from right to left and it will make the airflow goes up and push the cylinder to an extend position A+. This condition is maintained as the condition of as there are electrical supply who support and keep the output active. Therefore, the output of the actuator is sustained. The K1 contact relay will turn on solenoid valve Y1. For figure 4.2 is circuit control for sustained output using detent switch. This part is quite the same as the first one. However, the only difference is when it changed the switch. Therefore, when the simulation runs, the air supply direct flow through the valve. However, there will be no air through the valve as the way is being blocked. The function of the detent switch is they keep the selected position and it makes the position unchanged until a new switch position is selected. This switch is also known as latching switch. When this switch is pressed, the block of valve will change from right to the left block and this will make the airflow go through the valve and straight to the cylinder. This action makes the cylinder position change to extended and active A+. When the electrical input supply is on, it helps in maintaining the condition and hence the output of the actuator is sustained. The comparison between the behavior using push button and detent switch for sustained type valve is both acts as a switch as it keeps on the selected position unchanged unless the switch is activated. When pressed the PB1, the compressed air supply flows from the compressor to the 5-2-way valve when the simulation is on a run mode. When PB1 is pressed, the actuator block will change its direction from right to left and it will make the cylinder A extend. The function of push button acts like an electrical pulse where it will only be activated once when being pushed and it makes the cylinder extend. However, when PB2 is pressed, the cylinder will retract once until the next action is taken. Therefore, we can conclude that the output actuator is a non-sustained as it only needs a pulse input to keep activated. When the push button 2 is pressed, the air flows through the left actuator where the actuator will change its direction from right to left. Hence, it will retract the cylinder and active A-. The cylinder will only retract if a pulse input is being supplied to it. The output actuator is a non-sustained as it only needs a pulse input to keep it active.
When start PB is pressed, the actuator block will change from right to left and it will hence extend the cylinder and activate A+. Next, The circuit have a holding circuit where the electrical circuit shows the operation of the circuit. As the circuit has a holding circuit, the circuit will remain maintained to its last position when the PB start is pressed. The cylinder A extends and it remains the same until the stop PB is pressed. The function of K1 is act like a holding circuit and the circuit is sustainable as there are continuous electrical supply flows as they are holding circuit in this simulation. The baby stop is being pushed and the valve block changes its direction from right to left and it gives way to the air flow go through it. Therefore, when there are air flows, the cylinder will extend from the retracted position. The electrical circuit shows its operation. As the circuit contains the holding circuit, the output remains in the same position until different input is given. When start PB is pressed, the valve block will change from right to left continuously and this makes the cylinder change its position, extend and retract continuously. Thus, it happens because there are no holding circuit in this simulation and the actuator will keep switching from right to left continuously. When stop PB is pressed, the compressor air flow will be back to its initial position, which is right actuator. Hence, the cylinder is retracted immediately and stop moving.